now I'm going to make some notes. You guys are pretty awake. That's awesome. Good job. Alrighty. Oh, this is really back here.
Are you too crowded?
You're on the carpet.
Oh well, it's fine. I can do it. All right, so we're gonna do. So separation in between each two-note sequence. Let's do.
It's 8:03.
Wow, I'm just busting through these.
You are. We started on time. That's magic.
Okay, good. This is kind of similar to that one, but we want to hold the. I'll just demonstrate instead of talking. We want to make that a nice legato line all the way through the exercise. Much better.
I even took out the trash this morning, demonstrating what conductors really do. Well, not figuratively, but literally. Cleaning up our rooms. There was a party in here last night.
But that was full, yesterday during UC.
They don't.
Oh.
They don't change them out.
So,
Yeah, what happens to our...
if you look on the door, it has a 3 on the
It
door.
has numbers of how many times it changes per
So
week.
it's 3 times a week, and so
Theoretically.
it's probably Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Alright.
We have a new janitor, so I'm confident it's him.
What?
That's good.
Does he drop as sick of beats as the previous custodian?
Not that I've heard.
What?
Byron.
Done.
Okay, let's go.
Yep. Earth Song.
Altos, why don't we come a little closer over here so we can. There you go. Just don't stand in front of the camera, you're fine.
What? I'm not funny, I'm sorry. My tired jokes are worse than my normal
It's
ones.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I agree.
oh, it's gonna be so nice.
What was that?
Someone's
Oh,
screaming.
okay, good. It sounded like a singer song to me.
Someone's screaming.
Oh well, I don't know. It's fine.
Crime in progress.
Let's try this again.
Nice work, Laura. Good job on different kind of levels for words. I can really see that you're working on that. Top of page 7, is that what you intended us to do in measure 39?
The break.
Yeah, do you want to break between beats 3 and 4?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think that's what the composer intended, though. You want to argue why I'm wrong?
Yes. I wrote in my music when I was doing my school study, I said sudden change and more desperate.
Between strife and I'll sing?
Oh, wrong measure. Sorry, I'm talking about through darkness and pain and strife.
Were you thinking I'm going to break between Hallelujah and Through Dark? Yeah, love that.
Okay.
I'm talking about 39.
That was
strife and I'll sing.
Yes, that was a mistake.
Oh, okay, great. That's awesome to hear.
I wasn't really looking at my music as much because that helped me, I guess.
Well, it was a nice recovery. It looked like you completely intended. Oh, we did.
Okay.
All right, so that's great. Excellent. So this is part of the issue is I want you to be creative in the music. I want you to take risks. I want us to take rubatos and crescendos and decrescendos. I want you to have an opinion. But we also always want to say, what did the composer want here? And so this is kind of a, you can do both at the same time. They are sometimes in conflict with each other. And no problem with that. Let's look at the no one has managed to succeed at the top of page 5 in the last measure. Let's figure out what to do here.
What did I say here? I said a little faster, light, very happy, feeling free
Okay,
from
where
the
does
world.
do you want the bass tenor and alto to cut off in beat 3?
For refuge.
Out.
Out.
Do we have the same
Page.
so
Top of
23.
5.
Top of 5.
I don't know.
Yeah, no one else is either. So, all right. So let's try some different things, okay? So first of all, does there need to be a break in the line "The torn heart cries out in pain"?
There doesn't need to be, but I would like a slight pause.
Even though it's in the middle of a phrase. I mean, it's in the middle of the sentence phrase. Okay. So does it happen when the basses and tenors and the altos do it, or at a different time?
It would be convenient if it was the same time.
So if you put it at the same time, now it's a big break. And so you just said the torn heart cries out in pain. I really think all of you are kind of going in the wrong direction here. Let's try making no break in the soprano. I know Danica is singing soprano by herself right now. But let's put that T on beat 3 in the alto, tenor, and the bass. And let's have this, and let's have the soprano stretch through. So out in pain, so that you have a moment of soprano solo there, where everyone quits, and you have the lonely and abused and sad and painful soprano who is left all alone here, in pain, so to speak.
About right.
I think that's what the composer meant there, and that's why he wrote it that way.
So you're like bringing your hand all the way through.
Yeah. So you're on cries out in pain, and it's like the lonely voice in the wilderness. Okay, could we try the torn heart?
So measure 20. That.
Ooh, that's it.
Yeah.
Kind of chord is that? Sorry. Okay, so you got to show us exactly where that T is, right? So, out, in, yeah. So this hand cuts off, and this hand is going up at the same time.
Okay.
So the reason I like this spot, if I'm interpreting it correctly, and I think I am, is that you've got to do two messages at the same time. And so I think the reason why we've had trouble is that all of us who have done this can't do two messages at the same time, or don't want to do two messages at the same time.
Right.
Okay?
Can you try one more time?
Yeah, of course you can. You can try it 2 more times.
That's a G minor seven.
It's just the G.
Bryce's been thinking about this chord the whole time.
Thanks, James.
Thanks.
Yes.
for 1 and 2 and off. While you're holding your left hand here.
Okay. Okay.
Go 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and off. Okay.
Okay. Okay. One more time, please.
And I like this spot also because I really think this is a key moment for conductors. Like a lot of times what we're doing doesn't necessarily really important, but here's a moment where the conductor's conducting makes all the difference to the choir. And like the only way you could fix this without conducting would be to say, okay, so here's what's going to happen. And then you just have to have people sing it while ignoring you, which is never our goal. Yeah, so you see that kind of that moment that we're having. Now, can you do a crescendo? So, heart cries out. And I think he's accurate in that decrescendo does not happen until beat 1 of that last measure, or maybe beat 2.
Right, yeah, I agree.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that many things?
Yep.
Okay.
Now that I have that one, okay.
Attention to how she puts beat 2 so much higher than beat 1 and how much that helps not go pain, pain. So it decrescendos into that second. That's really good. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
No, if I'm next.
Who's next? I got it. I'm looking.
I'm pretty sure I'm last.
It is Molly.
Yay!
Don't lie. Dirty liar.
Zion's Walls. That's okay, you're fine.
I've taken over the
My voice is really fine.
Awesome, Zion's Walls, you guys.
What was the name of the hidden city in Matrix?
In the Matrix? I have not seen it.
Zion.
Zion.
Good guess.
Well, yeah, I probably
This
could
is
guess.
clearly what this song is referencing.
Yeah.
Good effort.
Or not.
Vibrant songs.
Which one is it? The blue or the red pill I had? I can't remember.
The blue or the
Oh, it's from the
Wait, actually, I have seen them. Keanu Reeves. Yes, I've seen them. Yes. No, that's not.
Okay, keep going.
Wait, no. Okay, just kidding. Over it. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Oh, Father, don't you
subito. You let a compass think they're in charge. There's no way
I
out of
that
that
last meter shift and I panicked.
one.
Okay.
Suddenly they have playing cards and they're telling you what to do.
Can we go for the pickup?
Okay. So top of page 10.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
Okay.
analyze. What do we got going on here? First measure is in.
6/8. Then
It's in
9/8.
2,
Or,
right?
yeah,
The third measure is in.
3.
And on beat 3 it does what?
Pick up 7/6.
Does that refer to a Subway sandwich or
What?
Piece of.
Are you hungry?
there's some word called SUB1. Is that a nuclear sub?
Oh, subito piano. Okay.
Subito piano.
I think we were trying to like.
So we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're gonna work on subito right now. Subito.
Okay.
And so are you ready, everybody?
Yeah.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 1, stop, 3. And then you have to give small rebound on 2, because small rebound on 2 indicates what happens in 3. Try to do a subito if you do a big rebound on 2. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. There's no way.
There's no way.
It's over. You've lost.
Okay.
You lose! Good day, sir! What's that from?
Much better.
No, it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
You're right.
Yes.
Original.
You lose! That's
What
right.
is Ray?
So remember, that's you go 1, stop, 3, right?
Okay.
Everybody go 1, stop, 3, right? And then you put the left hand there while you do it. You go 1, stop, right? Super simple. Left hand, all the left hand has to do is go like this. And what do we call that gesture? We talked about it.
Stop.
Well, that's true. It is kind of a hot gesture. Yeah.
Or
So
Hot lid.
it's, but in this case, it's the stop gesture, right? Okay, you want to try it? Here we go. How do we get in? Pick up to page 10, maybe?
Yes. 2.
You can do "Oh Fathers Don't You Feel," or you can go "Too Neat." I don't know.
2. Let's do 2. Ready?
There you go. There you go. We sang.
Okay, cool.
That's really great. Now let's do a little bit more with that. Is you're out here like this. You're in, as a rule, you're a little too far in front of the body.
Okay.
There's a little
Yeah,
bit of
I think
there's
I'm
a little bit of
switching.
zombie going on there, and
A little bit of mantis.
oh man, that's good. I'll remember that. So when you do the stop gesture, bring it in close to the body, where you go 1, 2,
Okay.
so that you're right here. Okay. I mean, I think you can justify this much gesture. I do think that once you take, everybody put your hands here and move them forward. And when does it become the mummy? About here, right? That's what you want to avoid. Anything,
Like 90 degrees.
right? So you want to not get any further. This is about the limit of your power. And after that, then
You become someone else's
then suddenly you're a mythical evil character. Okay?
Suddenly.
Let's try it again.
Okay. 2 will meet. Pick up to 10.
To me, between the walls of Zion. All right, now what happens? What happens now?
Yeah, I think I like you.
What happens?
It's only one measure of 9/8, and I always forget that. So I think
Oh, right.
I like kind
Excellent.
of. Yeah.
The meter, thank you. And it only one measure of it's 6/8, 6/8, 6/8, 6/8. Right.
Yes.
What happens musically?
It grows every phrase. So.
It crescendos, right? So here's your hands. Everybody turn around. Here's your hands right here. Turn your hand over, turn it over, here we go. And then when it's over, then you go like this, okay? So it's super easy. And 1, and 2. And then when you feel like you've kind of exhausted this, then you go into a mirror.
Okay.
So it goes like this. It goes like this. Super easy, right?
Okay.
Left hand gestures or non-dominant hand gestures can be very, very, very simple. It's just being able to use them at the right time, right? And which is not simple.
Same place.
So are you ready to try that?
Same place. To meet.
Because you don't need
Yeah.
to mirror.
I think I got my.
You don't need to mirror on a piano.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Okay.
Right? Does that make
One more
sense?
time.
So let's just quickly practice. Go 1, 2, 3. Bum, 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 bum. Right?
Okay.
Let's just turn it over. It's like turn the dial. Okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Turn it. Turn it. Mirror. Do it again.
That's not, yeah, okay. Can we do that, Nick?
We're asking Molly to
That's my
do.
favorite.
We're asking Molly to do a lot of things, so it's really hard. But that's okay because that's what we call learning. Here we go.
Okay, should we just do the ending in the same spot?
Not do the same spot.
Okay.
But you see how this would be a thing that happens all the time in music, right? I mean, not necessarily with changing meters or at 6/8/9/8 or whatever. But I mean, what we're doing here is we're doing a subito piano, and then we're doing a crescendo and a big ending. Like only 7 other thousand songs that do that, right? So this is a really useful gesture for you.
Okay. Cool.
Turn it, yeah! Here! Alright, so how can we sustain the choir at the end and still conduct Bryson? What's it? Oh yeah! So you're gonna need to do different things with your hands. So here's the Bryson hand, right? Right? Here's the choir hand. Okay? And here's my suggestion is I lost
I
my
bet
music.
someone saw that.
Sorry. Okay, so how long? We go 3 measures, right? Except the last measure can be a fermata, right? It's not the last measure is not measured. So let's say that it's 3 measures and you go 1, 2, 1, 2, hold, right? So I would not do this all the way through that because then you get this. You get 1, 2, 1, 2, right? I mean, so yeah, it might be okay to move it about that far, but that's really hard to do for a young conductor. Just sustaining, and then at the end, then you give a little bit of burst of energy at the end, okay? So let's not sing. Let's just have Bryson play, and this will lower the complexity for Molly. Hear this.
Thanks.
That's what teachers do. They try to lower complexity so students can be successful.
Pick up the 55 and try to do the same things.
Okay, we're just going to watch it.
Okay, pick up the 55.
All you're doing is conducting Bryson. You don't care about us.
Okay.
What's new?
Okay, so I'll just go with the walls and stuff. Okay.
Hold it. Now lift. Yeah! You need to be lower the whole time. You're
On
here.
a football team.
There you go. Go! Hit him again. There we go. You're here. Need to be here.
Okay.
Right. Like if you were going to pick up a bowling ball, you would not go, right? You go like this, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where you're strong.
Okay.
Okay? Everybody sing it. One time. Molly has 1 shot. No matter what she does, we go 1, 2, 3, clap.
Okay. Walls. Okay, sorry. Pick up to 55. Okay. And they go. The walls of Zion. Okay.
Like this, and last chord, and hold. In between here and here is your valuable source.
Okay.
Now,
I'm staying awake.
I'm going to go late, 30 seconds with Molly, but watch when I do something different. Everybody's last chord, and right? So, you know that you can do on. And it's one good thing to do is to keep the left hand down there and raise the right hand, because then you keep that idea of low with the grow.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
That was so fast.
You guys failed without me saying it.
What did it?
Ooh, it's in remembrance. Lolita. Such a cheerful song.
This reminds me of when Nathan
Do not stand at my grave and weep. Lay down
did it. Oh my gosh!
and weep. I've been having a lot of video fails lately. I gotta keep looking at it here. Here we go, Lizzie. Let me show a few things that I think you're doing that I really, really like, Lolita. First of all, right at the beginning, Lolita's, the place that she starts from is perfect in her elbow and arm position. Just start us right at the beginning. I want everyone to see this. There's a bunch of us that could imitate this a little bit. What beat do we start on? Yeah. And so I love the lack of her dinosaur arms on this, and in that she's thinking here, she's working here, not working here, right? And it's not that you can't conduct over, right? But that it's kind of working in, and that is something I really, really, really appreciate, and I like the kind of lowness of that. And you know, you saw me working with Eric in chamber choir, for chamber choir right now, and you know, we always want to start working here, right? Like a boxer. And a lot of times our more valuable space is right here. And when all of you watch your videos, look to see if that's, where you're working. We always tend to start to conduct high, all conductors, okay? Let me work with some text accent. Here's a really easy spot for you to think. Let's go to the last measure of page 5. Okay? Last measure of page 5. And we're in the bass there on the I am, bass and tenor on I am the gentle. Right, so what I want you to do is I want you to find a way to de-emphasize the syllable gentle, especially in the bass and tenor at the beginning, but then in the alto and the second soprano and in there. So what we want it on beat 2 is we don't want it to be gentle. We want it to be gentle. Because the word, of course, is gentle. And we also want to bring in some onomatopoeia on that, right? The word is gentle and not gentle, right? And so what can you do with beat 2 to de-emphasize the accent on there? Make it a different level. Watch this. Bass and, you understand what I'm saying? Let me do it for you. Here we go. Bass and tenor, last measure. And 2. I'm almost not conducting it, right? What's that?
It's kind of like almost conducting.
Yeah. Well, people will sometimes say, well, you don't use patterns. How do you conduct without a pattern? I say, I use patterns. You just can't tell anymore what a pattern looks like. Once you destroy the meter, and then it no longer looks like a pattern, even if you are conducting a pattern. It no longer looks like 1, 2, 3. Now it looks like gen. Okay, you want to try that? So gen is here, tol is here, gentle. Go really low on gen. Are you guys just freezing?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go through. Okay, here we go. Keep going.
You're gonna have to.
What was that?
I'm looking for a hot tub or something to
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm down for a bit.
Sorry, focus on Lolita. See what we're talking about? This is so simple. These are such basic concepts. And as you go into your careers, never, ever conduct it any differently. I mean, your creativity and artistry will change what you're doing, right, on how exactly you want to do that. But we know we don't want to accent the toll of gentle, right? And we know how to conduct it, so it won't accent. And we also know, okay, so ignore me, be totally non-responsive high school students that are not paying attention to the conductor anymore, and give me a nice accent on the toll. Here we go. And yeah, right. So if someone does that to you, and it will happen, students will ignore you. Then you'll say, "Don't accent the tell of gentle," right? And then you yell at them. But the first thing you do is you conduct it, and then you yell at them. This is what you don't do. Here we go. And what's wrong with you people? Don't accent beat 2. Yeah, don't be that guy, right? Yeah. Conduct it, and then yell at people. Good. 1, 2, 3.
You need to calm down with your count off.
Oh, sorry.
It's really stressing me out.
What's that?
I think you need to calm down.
I like it.
I'm like, oh, I'm fine. Life is fine. And then I hear 1, 2, 3, and I'm like,
I like the enthusiasm.
have to go. You have to climb an
It
intensity.
is really
1, 2, 3. Like,
I'm invigorated by the below 0 temperatures in this
You
room.
need to prep in time with the beat that
Yeah, conductor
Right
man.
now, 303 is 70 degrees warmer than this.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably 95 in there.
Yeah, I walked all the way upstairs and like, whew, get
Okay, here we go.
Great.
Or something. Right.
Hey, yeah.
Everyone got outside walks. We're gonna do this.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
oh my god.
A little more enthusiasm in the outdoor
Good
section.
morning. Alright.
Same.
Come join us in singing the praises of Zion, the praises of Zion. Oh, Father, those who feel determined to meet within the walls of Zion, we'll shout, we'll shout, we'll shout, we'll shout, we'll shout of Zion, of Zion.
Got a little bit off of my
All right, so you want to, what do you want on the end there? Do we want to,
One of Zion, like Zion, and then dun 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 dun, and like crescendo, dun dun dun.
Same.
and then what does the choir do on the end?
Crescendo,
And then what after that?
and then I have a crescendo, and then like hold
Okay,
off,
and how do we off?
strong, strongly.
Think about the concept. What happened? Oh,
On.
oh, so shadow valve.
Yes.
So you gotta conduct it.
Okay.
On, right?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So everybody, have a chance, sing Zion. Just don't worry about the odd that happens, never works out. Sing Zion.
All right. You want me to? So just.
Zion. More prep. On. People always don't prep enough for a cutoff.
People
Everybody
always
watch
don't.
us sing the on for me and hold. Yeah, that, you know what I mean?
Ah.
Yeah, so how
It's like, 1, 2,
long
3.
should it do that? You didn't do it that badly. I exaggerated that. So how about, so how long should the prep be? And that long.
good.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
All of you are uncomfortable with doing that long.
Yep.
But look how uncomfortable it is if you do it short. And that's just weird, right? You know, that doesn't prepare us to.
It's literally how it is when you go 1, 2, 3. You don't prepare us enough.
Don't do
1, 2, 3.
That's actually a very good point.
Thank you.
But I don't care about that. Here we
I
go.
do.
All right. From Zion.
Good transfer clip.
Thank you.
Just on Zion.
Zion. Yes. And then we can do the shadow valve because we had time to get our faces. Because stuff has to happen in there to be ready, you right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so now let's work on your cutoffs on
Yeah.
page, well, there's all sorts of ones we can do.
Yeah.
Let's try page 4 right on 11. So we want to cut off on what beat on page 12, on measure 12?
At the end, of 2, just back to 2.
Probably just on 2.
On 2, just on 2.
Just on 2. Yeah, don't be complicated here.
Okay.
Or they'll never get it. Okay, and then when does the choir come in on?
They come on 3.
Yeah, so we gotta go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 off 3. Okay? Alright? So now here's the trick for getting people to really know when you're gonna cut off. You de-emphasize the beat before. 1, 2, 3, off. So notice I didn't go to beat 1, and by not doing beat 1, people go, what? And then they cut off when you give a gesture, right? Which is different than this. There's nothing that says when it happens, except after we miss it, we go, oh, we missed it, right? So if you go 1, 2, stop, 1, off, then that held gesture on beat 3 and nothing on 1 alerts people, something's happening, and then they see it on beat 2. All right? So this is a really awesome gesture to get really good quick cutoffs from people without practicing a whole bunch of times. It doesn't require them. Donnie will laugh about this, and perhaps, well, he's the most instrumentally, maybe Bryson. They don't have to count. They're completely following you. Right? You understand? Which is what instrumentalists make fun of singers. Okay, we're doing other things than counting. Here we go. Everybody go. 1, 2, stop, lift, off. Now, what beat did you lift on?
2.
No?
3, 4.
1. Okay. You're having to think. How are we doing on time here? You have to think about this. So we go 1 and 2 and stop, lift, off. Right? So you leave. So beat 1 is leaving, not arriving, and beat 2 is off. And so you don't do a rebound on beat 3, which means you don't do a beat on beat 1. You leave on beat 1, and you cut off on beat 2. It's super simple. 1, 2, stop, leave, off. I'll count now. 1, 2, 3, 1, off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do it with me. And 1, 2, stop, leave, off. And I do kind of try to go to that so it doesn't look like beat 1, but really nobody cares. They're all quitting. Okay? You want to try it? So let's just start right on measure 11.
Yeah, we can do that. Is that good?
If you guys could all learn this, this would make a huge difference in your life. Your lives would be this much better.
All right, just write it on.
Wait.
1,
What?
right on measure 11, you're going to go 1, 2, stop, and right.
Okay. I was
Okay.
wait.
There's something counterintuitive about this. I agree. It's a little complicated. But once you get the feeling for it,
Okay. I think I know what the problem is. Let's try it again.
yeah,
Okay.
right? Everybody follow. 1 and Zion. 1, 2, 3, off. The key is not to leave till beat 1. You can't leave before that. You can't go 1, 2. Has to be right in time. Okay, does that make sense? Zion. Try it. Zion. Yes, no one will ever miss a cutoff in your life if you do that. And what didn't you give a big beat on now, right? Beat 1,
All of them.
right?
Yeah.
And that's great because if you don't give a big gesture on beat 1, we have failed to emphasize the downbeat on a note that we're just holding. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was too slow.
Oh,
The
they're drinking coffee.
stop almost kind of feels like a cutoff.
Whoa, it's not as black and white as I'm having you do it. It's going 1, 2.
Yeah, you can't
And you
stop.
got to use your left hand. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, that
You
makes
got to
it easier.
sustain with your left hand.
I think last time like there was just cut off and not left hand.
I hadn't added the left hand.